Hello, welcome to Createful Art. Today I would love to show you how to paint a very simple landscape with a beautiful sunset and some trees. This simple painting is perfect for beginners. You can follow right along. And if you're enjoying my videos and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can help support this channel and so that you are notified whenever I make a new video. Let's begin so we can start relaxing. So let's start with the colors we're going to be using in this painting. If you are a Createful Art member, this is a great time to get your handout out that will help you mix all the colors for this month. If you're not a member yet, now's a great time to sign up and you get bonus content to help you paint along with me. And you get weekly art lessons to help you become a better artist. Grab the primary colors that you have. They include a magenta, a cyan blue, and a yellow. I have listed the ones that I'm using in the description. You will also want to have a white and a black. The first color you don't have to mix, it's your pure magenta. You can always lighten it with white if you need to. The vivid orange color is created with your magenta and your yellow. Keep adding the yellow until you've reached your desired orange color. This dull light yellow is created with the primary yellow and your white, and a tiny bit of the orange. And while we paint, we can add more white to it when we want to. This beautiful aqua green color is made with yellow and brilliant blue, and then adding white to lighten it. Just adjust those three colors until it's the color you want. The sky blue color is very easy to make. It's just your white and your brilliant blue. We will add as much white as we want to it in our painting. The pretty lilac purple is made with our brilliant blue and magenta. That will make a darker purple, so we will lighten it up with white. Adjust those three colors until it's the purple you want, and don't worry about it being the exact same color as mine. The dark blue is just your dark blue with black mixed with it. Your dark green is made with the dark blue, your primary yellow, and black. We will be adding more black to it when we want it dark, and yellow to it when we want this color lighter. Now our palette's all ready to go and we can start painting, and if you want to keep these colors fresh for this whole month, get the Stay Wet palette, and I have put a link in the description below. The first thing to do is to paint the sunset in the sky. So here I have my 1/2 inch flat brush, and I've taken that yellowish color and I'm just putting it on my canvas at the very top here. And then I will keep moving that color down my canvas with my loose and playful brush strokes. This is a great time to just relax and get this color down. So I reached about halfway down, and now I'm grabbing white and I'm going to put it in the bottom part of the yellow to make a lighter color. So I'm going to let it mix by going over the color with brush strokes. And when I have too much of the color on my brush, then I just wipe it on my paper towel. Now I grab my orange color and I'm going to add it to the top part of my painting here. And I'm going to blend it with the yellow color. So the more I go over an area, the more it blends with it. Notice when I add the orange, I'm not covering all of the yellow area and I'm spreading that color around so that it'll blend. So I'm grabbing some white right now and I'm going to add more of that to the bottom part of this yellow just to lighten it up. So I'm just going to be working with my white paint here, moving it around and also adding orange into my sky as I blend it in. And you can just watch and do this with me or learn as you watch. Go ahead and work on your sky until you're happy with it. I'm going to move on to the trees. And so I'm just grabbing my purple here, and I'm going to do this choppy brush stroke with my purple, creating the top of the tree and shaping the tree with the edge of my brush. The purple is going to start blending with the background color because it's wet back there, and that's okay. We want that to happen. And when you want it to be more purple, you just don't touch it with your brush again when you lay the color down. So I'm making sure that my tree is an irregular shape, but you can make your tree whatever shape you want. This is a great time to be creative. Now I'm going to paint the land, and I'm going to paint a horizontal line down here at the bottom. It's about 1 inch from the bottom, and I'm filling it in with the purple all the way to the bottom of my canvas with loose and playful brush strokes. There's no need to be precise here, just have fun and play. Now that I have my land in, I can start finishing up where I want these trees to be. So I want to just add a little bit more into my tree, and then I turn my brush so that I can create vertical lines now. And I create several of them for the tree trunks. I just make sure that my canvas is all covered, and then I wipe off my brush, and I'm going in for the magenta color. And I'm going to place this color over the purple, but I'm not going to cover all of my purple. Even though I'm adding the magenta color on top, I'm going to be blending just a little bit of that color. But I don't want to overblend. I want to have some of that color just sitting on top, and then some of it blending into the purple. And I want to leave some of the light purple as well. So right here I'm just using the corner of my brush to get some more leaf looking texture on the outside of the tree. So it's just fun to play with texture. And yours doesn't have to look exactly the same as mine. This is a great time to express yourself and your own preferences. And feel free to play around with your tree until you are happy with it. Now I'm going to add blue to my brush and then add that to the tree, the same thing as I did with the magenta, but I'm focusing on just the shadow areas of the tree. So on this left side and on the bottom. And I want to make sure that I don't cover all of my magenta in that light purple color. Just going to add it in some areas. And you can create whatever brush strokes that you want in this part of your painting. Just have fun and be playful with it. Now I'm going to take that blue and I'm going to go down with the side of my brush again over the tree trunks that I had created before with the purple. And I'm going to bring the tree line down just a little bit so they're just small little trunks. And you can create skinny ones, fat ones, it doesn't matter. Now I'll add that same blue right underneath my trunks where the land is. Just a small line across works for now. And then I'm going to pull down just a little bit. Now I'm going to be pulling from my dark green and my black. And I'm going to put in this color over the trees, over that blue. And this will be the darkest part of the trees. So this is where you can get in the color, the real color of the trees. So the real color is green, you know, it's a green tree, but you don't have to make it a green tree if you don't want to. And the black will help with darkening the trunks of the tree if you want to darken those. So if your colors are blending a little too much, you can just wipe off your brush with your paper towel. You can also lift off the color that you placed down by just simply taking your finger and lifting it. You can use your finger to blend, or you can lift it off with your brush. If you don't like anything about your painting, it's just very simple to either take it off or go over that spot. So now I'm going to clean off my brush and wipe it on my paper towel, and grab my yellow color, and I cleaned off my brush because I had on the blue color, and this is the first time I've cleaned my brush since I started this painting. I added the yellow right underneath the blue in just a few areas, and now I'm going to grab my green and add green on top of the purple. And I'm going to go around the colors that I've already placed down on my painting, and some of that purple will show through or be left alone, and also mix or blend with that purple that's underneath it. And that's exactly what I want it to do. So notice how I'm pulling down with my brush strokes, and I pull down just a little bit of that yellow, and I'm pulling down just a little bit more of that blue and added that to my brush. So here I am playing with the colors. Notice how your eye is making sense of things. So that light purple in the background becomes this mountain in the distance. That blue line becomes some shadow area. The yellow looks like it's the light from the sunset shining on the grass. The dark green looks like it's the shadow area of those trees in front of it. So even though this isn't a realistic painting, our brain is making sense of this painting and filling in the blanks. So now I'm just defining the shadow area. So I'm going to add in more dark areas where the shadow of the light would be showing. So right underneath the tree trunks is where the light is blocked. So I'm going to add in some dark right underneath there as a line going down. And I'll leave some gaps where the light can sneak through those tree trunks. I really love this type of painting because it's really relaxing to paint. We don't have to get all caught up in the details and can really just relax. I also love the style because I like to give my brain something to do when I'm looking at a painting. I like to have the pieces pulled together and my brain to say, that's what that is, or come up with its own thing, and we all kind of look at things a little bit differently. So right now is a great time to put in your personal preferences and keep painting and adding in color wherever you want until you are happy with your painting. Some of us have trouble stopping. If you're like me, you might not know when to quit. So I give myself a little bit of a time frame, and then I'll walk away from the painting for a little bit. And then when I come back, if I am not happy with it, I'll keep working on it. And if I love it, then I will stop. So today I shared with you what I call a full step-by-step tutorial. And this is what my Createful Art members get to enjoy. If you are interested in getting more of my videos as full tutorials, then go ahead and sign up to become a Createful Art member. You also get the reference photos to help you paint along and weekly art lessons that are going to help you become a better artist. Createful Art members also help support this channel so that I can continue making videos available for you here on YouTube. I would love to see your finished painting. You can share it with me on Instagram at Createful Art. Notice that I'm just finishing up my painting here, adding in some more light areas and some more dark into my trees. I just want it to have a little bit more contrast. The more contrast you add, which is the dark versus the light, the more bold your painting will be. So if you like it softer, don't do this. And then you can sign your work and be done. If you know anyone who would enjoy this tutorial as well, go ahead and share it. So thank you members for your support. And if you would like to watch more videos, you can go ahead and do that. And I have put a link to my art lessons and to my channel so you can subscribe. If you don't see the links while you're watching, they are in the description below. Thanks for relaxing with me today, and take care, my friends.